So this is your host, Corazon Ugalde Yellen Armenta, and I'd like to introduce Miss Hilda to you, Mauro, and she's the president and CEO of Gasa Charities Incorporated. Hello, Hilda. How are you?
Oh, pretty good, thank you. And how about you?
I am good, thank you.
Congratulations, by the way, for your many beauty titles.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So here we are, and I'd like to ask you, Hilda, about your non-profit organization, the Gasa Charities. Tell me how how it started and your purpose.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, about 2013, I went home to the Philippines to have a reunion with my classmates. That's class 1952, high school.
Okay.
And then after our event, it was decided that we wanted to have a legacy to remember our get-together and how we can contribute to the community. And most of the retired students, or my classmates, are retired teachers. And they all clamored for a library. And so pretty much that education became the focus of our mission. So when I came back to the US, they charged me of putting together an organization where we could raise funds to support the building of a library in our city. And that took quite a lot of work. Yeah, but that's how it started and how I created the nonprofit, because I found out that asking donations is not just a simple, handing the money to somebody. Most of the donors wanted tax deductions for their contributions, and that's pretty much the SOP here in the U.S.
Yes.
So that's why I started the nonprofit 501c3, which makes me a nonprofit public tax exempt corporation in the U.S.
So that's a very good cause.
I worked at University of Southern California for about 30 years. So I retired from there. My last position was managing the computer science department at USC. My role was administering the department, but the majority, actually, believe it or not, in the graduate program of the computer science department are actually composed of Asian students. And the longevity of the Asian students are better than of the domestic students, what we call the Americans, because they go forward into finishing their graduate degree and into their PhD. And after that, of course, they go home and help their respective countries. Some of them are on scholarship from their government, and they are under obligation to really go back and pay back to the government. But some of them, of course, if they are from being paid for by their families, because the tuition at USC is really very high. It's one of the most expensive schools in the U.S. If the family sends them to school, well, of course they'll find jobs here.
That's good.
Or whatever.
So, with your background, what are your plans to help the Filipino community and Asian American community here in the U.S.?
So let me break it down probably into a couple of parts. So when I retired and I decided that I probably want to go back and help back home as part of my bucket list.
Yes.
When we are at that age, then we decided we really have to go back to the community and help. And I decided also that here I can be supportive of the many Asian American talents that are in this country.
Yes.
And as our producer has mentioned, that he has really actually done research on that, and there are actually probably about 5 million Asian Americans, including those who are legal and the ones who are not documented.
Yes.
And it's really a rich pool of talents. And so as part of my thrust or mission as a nonprofit is not only in education, but also promote globally Filipino and Asian American arts and culture. And so at the moment, what I'm doing is helping out these young groups that are very talented young groups, whether in the genre of music or in theater or arts, whatever. And they want to form a group and they want to expose themselves to the community, but they don't have the resources for it. And they pull together and they want to raise funds. And they're also finding the difficulty of raising funds because people are asking for, where I want tax exemption for my contribution. And so they approach me. And this is where I come in as what we call a fiscal sponsor to a group of people who are non-profit having an intention of raising funds, but really cannot do it on their own because they don't have exempt status. And that's how I help them do the accounting part and whatever, to assist them and to let them grow.
Yes. Oh, that's really good.